Hi everyone, it's Rosemary from Kaszazz in Townsville. Today I just thought I'd show you some of our 3D embossing folders. They're by Crafter's Companion and available to buy through Kaszazz. I've run these ones through my Gemini machine, but you can probably use them in most of your standard die cutting and embossing machines. And I'm just going to add some colour to them and see what we can come up with. Okay, so I'm just going to start with the Regency Swirls embossing folder. And here's the A5 card that I've actually embossed earlier. And I'm just going to add some Oxide sprays to it. So we're going to just add some water first. And then I've got Oxide spray fired brick. So we'll add a little bit of that for some extra colour. And then we've got some spice marmalade. Alright, and see what we can come up with. And then I've chosen to use black soot with it as well. Okay. Now we'll come back with a bit more of the fired brick. There we go. And some more of the marmalade, let's see. And a little bit more water. Don't need to shake that, do I? Okay, now I'm going to dry that off and then we'll see what happens. Okay, so there's my dried finished product. Sometimes the dark colours can be a bit scary, but just hold tight and see what I come up with at the end. Okay, so this time I'm going to be using the In the Garden 3D embossing folder. Okay, you can see it's got all that beautiful texture on it. Texture is one of my favourite things. And so we're going to use some different coloured Oxide sprays this time. We've got peacock feathers, rusty hinge and walnut stain. So we're going to spray it on dry this time and then just see what different effects we can get. Oops, I'll just swap that. There we go. Got to give these guys a little shake to mix up all the pigment in there. Oh, sometimes you've got to wipe the nozzle to clear away any of that pigment from the nozzle. Okay, so we've got walnut stain as well. Some scary colour combinations today. Alright, we'll do a bit more of the peacock feathers, just to bring that back to the top. Okay, oops, a little bit more of the rusty hinge. All over me, there we go. Now I'm just going to add a little bit of water and we'll see what happens after that. There we go. So sometimes once the water's been added, you can also tilt it to help the colours run together. And that also helps to highlight the beautiful texture on there. Okay, so now I'm just going to pop away and heat dry that and I'll come back and show you. Now sometimes the most fun part is actually mopping up your leftover inks and sprays from beforehand. So we're going to do that. I'll just show you what I do. Spray a bit of water on the colours and take your plain white card and you're just going to press and have a look. Find another area of colour and then you're going to press it in there and have a look. Oops, if you wet the card too. There we go. Press it in and have another look until you've mopped up as much as you can. What I like to do is dry that first layer and then I'll come back and add some texture to it as well. Alright, so once that first layer is dry, I then just press it in some more and then we're going to end up with lots of spots and dots over our print as well. So that just adds another layer of colour and it gives it a textured look, doesn't it? Sometimes you end up with better prints from your off spray than you do from your actual spraying. Look at that. There you go. And I'll dry that off as well. So for my third sample, I used the Floral Fusion 3D folder. And this time what I did was once I'd embossed it, that's the raised side, I turned it over and add some texture, some crackle paste actually, over the top of the pattern. And then I've sprayed my colours over the top of that. And for this one I used Wild Honey, Picked Raspberry and Mermaid Lagoon. So that was my initial spray on top of the crackle paste. And then I picked up some of the beautiful colours there. So it's amazing from 3 colours how many different colours will evolve. So that's just 3 different coloured sprays on there. And then with the last of the residue, I picked it up and made another pattern so I can create some more cards out of those backgrounds. So I just thought I'd finish off by showing you some of the finished products after my little play earlier. So you can see we've got the beautiful embossing folders and then I've sprayed them with the Oxide sprays in a couple of different colour combinations. And then with the final one that I did over here with these 3 colours, Wild Honey, Picked Raspberry and Mermaid Lagoon, I turned that one into a nice set of cards that are a bit universal, so they can be used for any purpose. So if you'd like to purchase any of these products, please don't hesitate to contact us at Kaszazz. And if you've got any questions, just leave me a message. Thanks for watching. Bye.